The wind cuts hard through the canyon, pushing dust off jagged rocks into the abyss below. Liam hikes along the rim, alone, camera strapped to his chest, boots crunching gravel. It was supposed to be a solo day, a break from the noise of the world. Just cliffs, sky, and silence. Then he hears it. Not the usual bird call or wind-rustled branch. A sound sharp and panicked, high-pitched, ragged. He stops, listens. Another cry, closer now, and again. He drops his pack and creeps to the cliff's edge, brushing aside tall grass. Then he sees it. A lion cub. Dangling halfway down the vertical rock face, its claws dug into a thin outcrop, body trembling, back legs scraping at air. Its fur is dusty. Blood mats its paws, eyes wide with panic. It's no older than 6 weeks. Liam's gut lurches. There's no mother in sight, no pride nearby. Just this tiny creature stuck on a ledge the width of his forearm, 30 feet above the canyon floor. The cub slips, scrambles, yelps. Liam drops to his stomach and shouts down, voice cracking. The cub looks up at him, barely able to move. His phone, no signal. His gear, nothing that could reach that far. No rope, no harness, no backup. His mind races. He scans the cliff, nothing but sheer drop and unstable rock. Another cry, louder, more desperate. He looks at his jacket, at the sturdy branch near the cliff, at the cub. Then he makes the decision. He removes the jacket, ties one arm to the thick base of the bush behind him, the other end around his own wrist. He tests the knot, twice. It holds. Then he slides forward, inching off the edge, belly scraping rock, feet hooked around a root, one hand reaching for the cub. "Just hold on," he whispers. "I've got you." The cub slips again, only one paw gripping the ledge now. Liam stretches farther, hand trembling. He grabs the cub's scruff. The cub claws frantically, yowling. Liam's other arm braces against the rock, shoulder burning. His fingers slip. The cub's weight shifts, and for a breathless moment, both man and cub hang above the drop. Liam grits his teeth, pulls. 1 inch, 2. The cub scrabbles, then lands in his lap, shaking violently. Liam collapses backward, dragging himself and the cub away from the edge. They lie there, gasping, dust and sweat clinging to skin and fur. The cub curls into his side, still trembling, but alive. Liam stares up at the sky, heart pounding. He saved it. But as he looks out at the endless expanse of canyon, a single truth sinks in. They're miles from help, and the hardest part hasn't even begun. The canyon is still, but Liam's hands are shaking. The cub rests against him, breathing fast and shallow. Its fur is scraped raw, one paw swollen, but it's alive. Liam pushes himself upright, muscles burning. He checks the knot on his wrist, frayed but intact. The cliff behind them stares back, endless and cold. He exhales slowly. "Okay, little one, we're not out of this yet." Gently he lifts the cub. It winces but doesn't resist. He places it on a patch of soft grass beneath a thorn bush, then unclips his water bottle and wets his fingers, offering droplets to its mouth. The cub licks them eagerly. Liam looks around. They're deep in the canyon's lower basin now, far from any marked trail. Climbing back up isn't an option. The cliff face is too steep. The only way forward is through the gorge, and the sun is already tilting west. He checks his watch, battery low, phone still dead. He pulls his backpack toward him, eyes scanning his supplies. 1 energy bar, a half-full bottle, no satellite beacon. He sighs, then hears something behind him, a low growl. The cub flinches. Liam turns fast, but it's only a baboon on a distant ledge, watching curiously. It scampers away after a moment, and the canyon falls quiet again. Liam crouches beside the cub. Time to move. He tears a strip from his shirt, wraps the cub's paw gently, then lifts it again. It's heavier than it looks, but he cradles it carefully and starts down the rocky path through the canyon base. Hour by hour they move. Liam's legs ache, his back strains. The cub shifts occasionally, letting out soft whimpers. He hums under his breath, unsure why, maybe to calm them both. They stop at a shaded rock wall. Liam pours the last of his water into his hand, letting the cub drink first. Then he swallows what's left. The heat presses in. He rips a second strip from his sleeve, dips it in a puddle, and ties it around his forehead. Still, no signal. Still, no sign of the mother. They climb a slope of loose shale. Halfway up, Liam slips. He lands hard on his side, shielding the cub with his body. Dust fills his lungs. Pain shoots through his ribs. He coughs. "I'm okay. I'm okay." He stands again, one hand gripping a rock, the cub tucked close. Finally, they reach a small ridge. On the other side, open plains. Hope. Liam sets the cub down carefully, kneeling beside it. "You're safe now," he murmurs. "We just need to keep moving." But the cub doesn't respond. It's staring ahead. Unmoving, Liam follows its gaze and freezes. Far across the plain, standing tall in golden grass, a lion, not a cub, an adult male, eyes locked on them, still, watching. The cub lets out a tiny mewl. The lion growls low and deep and begins to walk forward. Liam doesn't move. The lion steps through the grass, massive and deliberate, golden eyes fixed on them. The cub presses close to his boot, letting out a soft whimper. One wrong move could end this. Liam raises his hand slowly. His pulse pounds in his ears. There's no cover, no tree to climb. He's completely exposed. The lion stops 20 feet away, muscles coiled. Its gaze isn't confused. It's calculating. Liam realizes the truth. This isn't the cub's father. It's a rogue male, a challenger. And in lion society, that means one thing. Infanticide. Rogues kill cubs they didn't sire. They erase the bloodline to claim the pride. The cub stumbles forward, not understanding. Liam steps in front, shielding it with his body. "Stay back," he breathes, eyes locked on the lion. "Please, just stay back." The lion growls, low, rattling. A warning. Then it crouches. Liam tenses. It's going to charge. He shouts, arms wide, stepping forward. "Go!" The lion flinches, but not far. It stalks sideways, tail twitching, eyes narrow. Then the cub makes a sound, a sharp, high-pitched cry, not fear, not pain, a roar, small, broken, but real. The lion freezes. Behind Liam, the cub rises to its feet, legs trembling. It takes a step forward, then another, and then, shockingly, it roars again. The lion hesitates. For a second, everything stops. Then the wind shifts. A new sound rises on the air, a deeper roar, far off, but approaching. Liam turns his head. From the hills beyond the plain, another shape emerges. A lioness, powerful, fast. Her eyes burn with purpose. The cub's mother. She barrels forward, dust rising behind her. The rogue lion turns, hesitates, then charges at her. They collide midfield with a force that shakes the grass. Roars explode into the sky. Dust clouds rise. Claws flash. Blood sprays. Liam grabs the cub and dives behind a boulder, shielding it. The fight is brutal, but short. The rogue retreats, limping, defeated. The lioness turns slowly. Her flanks heave, blood trickling down one shoulder. She stares at Liam. He holds still, one hand on the cub, the other raised, empty. Their eyes meet. She steps forward, slow, intentional. The cub bolts from behind the rock and runs to her, nuzzling into her chest. She licks its head, inspecting every scrape, every cut. Then she looks at Liam. No growl, no threat, just stillness. Liam backs away slowly. She watches. Then, with the cub at her side, she turns and walks back into the grass, vanishing into the wild like smoke. The cub looks back once, then disappears. Liam collapses to the ground, breath catching in his chest. What just happened? He doesn't know if he saved the cub, or if the cub saved him. Either way, something ancient passed between them. Something real. Night falls fast over the plain. Liam stumbles through low brush, exhausted. His arms are scratched, his throat dry, every joint aches. The adrenaline has worn off, and now he's just spent. He hasn't seen the cub or its mother since they vanished into the tall grass. But their presence still lingers, like the echo of something unfinished. He stops on a small rise and fires his flare. It bursts into the sky, painting the darkness red. Minutes pass. Then a distant rumble. Headlights. A reserve jeep barrels over the hill. Rangers jump out shouting his name. One rushes forward, catching him before he collapses. He's safe, but the story is far from over. Back at base, he's checked, patched, questioned. "Did you really hang from the cliff?" "Yes." "You carried a lion cub?" "Yes." "Where's the cub now?" Liam pauses. "Gone, but not lost." The others exchange looks. Some believe him. Others just nod politely. Then a scout enters the room. "You might want to see this." They bring Liam to the monitoring station. Motion-activated cameras at the base of the ridge have caught something. Footage rolls. A small lion cub padding past a trail camera, not alone. Beside it, an adult lioness. Then, something unexpected. The cub stops, looks straight into the lens, then turns back, walking into the night. Liam exhales, heart heavy. He smiles. 2 weeks pass. The reserve tightens protections. Rogue male activity has dropped. Cameras show the lioness hunting again. The cub appears often, stronger, more confident. But then something shifts. A second rogue is spotted, bigger, smarter, and this time it doesn't back down. A confrontation is imminent. Rangers prepare to intervene if they must, but they're too late. The cub's pride is cornered near a dry riverbed. The lioness holds her ground. But she's outmatched. The rogue lunges. A blur of movement intercepts him midair, tiny, fast, reckless. The cub. It bites the rogue's leg, buying a second. Just enough. The lioness retaliates with unmatched fury. Together, mother and cub drive the rogue off. The Rangers watch it all unfold on thermal cams. Liam sees it later. He stares at the footage, his jaw clenched, eyes wide. He learned it, a Ranger says, from you. Liam doesn't answer. He remembers that ledge, that impossible moment, hanging by one arm, holding the cub by instinct alone. And now the cub is doing the same. For her, the circle is complete. Later that evening, Liam walks to the edge of the canyon. He stands where it all began. Wind brushes through the tall grass. Below, shadows stretch long. He leaves something behind, a strip of his torn jacket tied to a low branch, then turns to leave. But something stops him, a faint sound. He turns. Across the ridge in the fading dusk, a silhouette, small, golden, a young lion, watching him, still, silent. Then, like a ghost, it disappears into the grass. Liam smiles. This time, he doesn't chase it. He just whispers, "Good boy." Months pass. The canyon is quiet again. No rogue lions, no emergencies, just wind through the cliffs and grass swaying beneath the sun. But the memory of what happened still lingers, like the heat pressed into stone. Liam returns. Not with cameras, not with gear. Just a small pack, a notebook, and a worn strip of cloth tied to his wrist. He hikes alone, retracing every step. The trail to the ridge, the wind curling off the cliff's edge, the patch of dirt where a cub once clung to life. He stands there now, hands on his hips, eyes scanning the horizon. Nothing moves, but he knows better. He takes out his notebook and writes, "It wasn't just survival, it was instinct, shared, passed on. I didn't teach him anything, he chose it, and I just followed." He rips the page out, folds it once, and tucks it under a flat stone at the cliff's base. Then he sits, waits. An hour passes, maybe 2. Then the breeze shifts. From the trees across the ravine, a figure emerges. Not a cub. A young lion, older now, stronger, sleek, and powerful. It steps into the sunlight. Not charging, not stalking, just watching. Liam doesn't move. He meets its gaze. They sit like that for minutes, neither breaking eye contact. The space between them filled with something invisible but unshakable. Recognition. The lion lowers its head and walks on, disappearing into the valley below. Liam smiles, shoulders sagging in quiet release. Back at the reserve, people still talk about what happened, about the man who hung from a cliff for a cub, about the lion who returned the favor. Some say it was luck, others call it nature. But Liam knows the truth. It wasn't instinct, it wasn't accident, it was a choice. Twice, one made by a man, and one made by something wild. The story goes viral again when a drone captures a now mature lion standing at the canyon's edge, head lifted, staring across the gorge. The caption reads, "The cub that remembered." And beneath it, Liam's comment, "He never forgot, neither did I." He retires from field work a year later. But he visits the canyon every season, always alone, always quiet, leaves behind a stone, a note, a piece of red cloth. The site becomes unofficially known as the Edge. A place where something impossible happened, a place where instinct met mercy and changed everything. Tourists come. They ask the rangers about the story. The rangers just point toward the cliff and say, "If you're lucky, you'll see him." Some do. A lion, tall, golden, scarred, perched near the edge, looking out, remembering. Sometimes the wild doesn't just test your strength, it tests your heart. Liam didn't save that lion cub because he had to. He did it because something deeper told him to act. And somehow. The cub understood. What followed wasn't instinct. It was a choice, one made by a man on a cliff and echoed by a lion when it mattered most. Some bonds don't need words. They need only memory and courage. If this story stirred something in you, tap like to honor wild acts of courage. Hit subscribe for more unbelievable stories of animal loyalty and human bravery. And let us know in the comments, would you have risked the fall or walked away?